Hi, I'm Kendra. I'm 26 years old, and I'm going to be sharing what I wish I knew in my early 20s. I'm going to talk about what I wish I knew in my early 20s. As someone who is in my mid to late 20s now, I think that learning these things in my early 20s would have allowed me to be further on in life. That's why I want to share them with people who are younger, who are entering their 20s or in their early 20s, so that maybe you maybe you can apply these things and it can help you to go further in life. The first thing on my list of what I wish I knew in my early 20s is I wish I knew how to take care of my finances. I knew that I was supposed to, but I didn't know how. I wish there was somebody around that told me what I should be spending my money towards and actually reminding me that I should be considering my future. I graduated college in my younger 20s at 22, and I did have good jobs. I also sold hair sometimes. I had a lot of things that I started and I did not finish, but I did make a good amount of money. It's not that I wasn't making money, I actually was making money, but I would spend my money on impulse decisions, on clothes, on going out to eat, on just doing something quick and fun. Not saying that you can't do quick and fun things, but you should also be putting your money away because you have to think about your future as well. Something I learned was that when people are in poverty, when people grow up in poverty, when people grow up in poverty, or if your parents are like middle class or poor, a lot of things that we focus on is like instant gratification. We use our money to make us feel good in that moment instead of considering the future. If I knew how much I needed to consider my future and my finances, I would be focused on more things like budgeting, Roth IRAs, high yield savings accounts, investing, all these things that I just felt like was so hard. But right now in my life, I am doing those things, and I just feel like, one, it's not that hard, and two, if I knew these things before, I could have been doing them at an earlier time. I wish somebody was there to teach me how to save. I know I'm supposed to save. People say save all the time, but I'm still learning how to save my money, how to put my money down. What is it supposed to be going towards? How can I use my money to make more money instead of buying things that's gonna just take the money away from me? I'm still learning about it till this day and cleaning up my knowledge. And if y'all wanna know what I know, I'll make a video to say it. But you could also do your own research as well. But that's something that you should be considering. Another thing I wish I knew in my early 20s is how to take care of my body. We hear people say it all the time, take care of yourself, take care of your body. But when you turn 25, I'm going to say 25 because I think that when you're 25, when you're in your mid-20s, everything changes. Your whole body changes. When I turned 25, I started getting acne. Like, I've never gotten acne before in my life. But once I turned 25, it was like everything that I was doing started showing up in my body. So if I was eating something that I shouldn't be eating or something that's not good for me, it will show up in my body. I'll get acne or I won't feel good. When before, it's like I could just eat whatever I wanted. I wouldn't gain that much weight. I would be fine. When you turn a certain age, you do have to start taking care of yourself in a better way. And I think that a lot of people are not talking about these things. A lot of adults are not talking about these things. Food is good. Food tastes good. I love food. But when you're eating to actually nourish your body, food is not going to look all that good. It's really not. And when I was in my early 20s, I would go out a lot, drink without, caring. I used to smoke before my 20s. Like, as a teenager, I used to smoke, and yeah, at a certain point my body just could not handle stuff like that anymore. I still drink, but I don't drink how I used to. Now I have to drink liquor that is like expensive. Not expensive, but I can't do cheap liquor. I can't drink all the time. I can have like 1-2 drinks and that's it. Or else I'm gonna wake up the next day and I'm not gonna be feeling good. And it actually does affect my body. The food I eat actually does affect my body. Things I used to do is like order Chinese food every day of the week just because I felt like it, just because that's what I felt for, just because I didn't feel like cooking. And it's like stuff like, when you do stuff like that, when you make a habit out of eating negative foods, eating poor foods, eating when you make a habit out of eating stuff that's not good for your body, it actually starts to show up. You will gain that weight. That's exactly what happened to me. I was skinny in my teenage years. I did start gaining weight in my 20s, and I thought it was so cute, and I loved it. I really did. But it was cute until it wasn't cute, because when you develop those habits, when you have those habits and you just eating, and not just eating, when you're eating things that are not good for you, there are so many things that can go wrong other than just gaining weight. Your blood pressure goes up. You could get high cholesterol. You could get diabetes. All these things that just affect your body and, you know, take your body out of whack. And then it's permanent. Like once you get diabetes, that's it. It's no, you can like start eating healthier after that. Well, you won't have no choice. But it's like before you get to that point, you should start taking care of your body. Like eating fiber. If you're not pooping, you can get cancer in your stomach. Like these are things that I did not know. If you're not eating enough fiber, your body will be out of whack. If you're not taking your vitamins, if you're not taking vitamin D, your body's out of whack. Now you feel lazy, you feel tired, you're thinking that something is wrong. Ever since I turned 25, my search history has been early signs of cancer, early signs of diabetes, early signs of high cholesterol, what is hypertension, all these searches, because anything that goes wrong, if I'm feeling a little lightheaded, if anything is happening, I think I'm dying. That shit is no joke. So eating stuff like fast food and stuff like that, like that's really not good. And even for the girls watching this video, even men, like dealing with men, you should not just be you should just not be doing certain things with men, especially that you don't know. And I'm trying to clean it up, but in reality, having sex with men is dangerous. That's something that you actually should be thinking about before you do. Sometimes we might feel like, oh, you know, I like him and I'm just gonna do this, but everything that comes with it after that, everything that you have to worry about, getting an STD, getting an STI, that stuff is dangerous, and it's not a joke, because once it happens to you, there's no turning back after that. And you might be thinking like, oh, I don't sleep with a lot of people, but really, it doesn't matter if you sleep with a lot of people. If the person that you're sleeping with is sleeping with a lot of people, and if it's a man, most likely he is. That's a part of taking care of your body, taking care of your mental health. You can throw your whole life off. And that brings me to the next thing I wish I knew in my early 20s. But something that I struggle with now is making decisions. And I feel like part of the reason for that is because when I was younger, my mom used to make all my decisions for me. And then when I got older, it's like I was just moving off of autopilot. It's like I'm thinking about what I need in this moment right now, and I'm doing that. And sometimes I'm not even thinking about it. Sometimes I'm just hurrying up and just doing it to get it done and making a decision quick like that. But stuff like that could actually put your life on hold. Making decisions out of impulse could set you back so many years. Like, I feel like in my early 20s, I was just doing anything. It was good, but also at the same time, it was like, you know, maybe you should sit down and make a plan. See what you actually want for your life. In my early 20s, I just upped and moved to Dallas. Like, yes, I think it was something that went well for me. It was something that's good for me because I got to have a new experience. But also, it's like I did not plan. I moved straight off of impulse. And I wish that not only with just that, like just stuff that I was doing, I think it's really important to try new things. But also, I think sitting down, planning, and actually considering the pros and cons of a decision can actually help you in life, bring you forward rather than setting you back. The next thing on my list for the things that I wish I knew in my early 20s is not to give up on things just because you don't have all the answers right away. I gotta figure out how to say that in a shorter way, but there were a lot of things that I tried to do. In my early 20s, I sold hair extensions, I wrote ebooks, I made YouTube videos. I did a lot of things, and I feel like I started those things and I stopped because I didn't have all the answers, when I could have nurtured those things and kept going with it instead of giving up on it. And I feel like if I kept going with those things, with the businesses, with YouTube, I would have been completely further on than where I am right now. Now I'm back on YouTube, even without the answers, even without feeling fully confident on camera, because I realize that I don't need all the answers. Show up even when you don't have all the answers. You're not always going to have, especially in your early 20s, your whole life is not going to be all planned out. It's just not. You might not know what you're going to do in your life right now, but I'm telling you, if you sit down and you do nothing, the years are going to pass by and then you're still not going to have any answers. Everybody that I know that just sat down and did nothing instead of trying things still don't have the answers. And eventually the unfortunate part about that, going that route, sitting down and not doing anything, is that after the time passes by, you still don't know what you want to do, and eventually you still have to try something. Because it's like, if you don't try something, you do nothing, and you end up just living a nothing life. I think that in your early 20s, if you're in your early 20s and you're in school right now and you don't know what career you want to do, pick something, try it, and if you don't like it, try something else. There's nothing wrong with that. I think your 20s are the perfect time to actually try things, because when you turn, it's never too late to try things, but your 20s is the place for that. You can take advice from other people that tell you their opinions, but also you have to take it with a grain of salt, because people are only going to tell you things or give you advice based off of their experiences. I believe that everybody should make their own decisions, their own choices, and gain their own experiences. Because if you live your life making decisions based off of what somebody else told you to do, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be pleased with the life that you created, because you're doing things solely based off of what somebody else told you to do. You can listen to other people, you can take advice, but at the end of the day, the final decision, the final say-so, or what you're going to do next has to come from you. You have to sit down, you have to spend time with yourself, you have to write. Something that helped me a lot was writing things down. Writing things down to get to know myself, to get to know what I actually want out of this life. And don't let nobody tell you that the things that you want out of this life are too big for you to get just because they couldn't get it. I genuinely believe that anything I want, I can get in this life, and I can figure it out. I don't want to create a life that I don't actually want to live, or that I'm not happy with. And in this life, you can create whatever life you want. So it's worth it to just go after the things that you genuinely want. And if you don't know what you want, start somewhere. Think about it. Sit down and actually think about it. A lot of people don't know what they want for real because they never sit down to think about it, to write about it, to put the things from your head on paper. Okay, yeah. The last thing on my list is the most important thing. You have to develop your own identity. This goes hand in hand in what I was just talking about. But yes, you have to develop your own identity. Sometimes, when you're coming out of being a teenager, I don't know if this is for everybody, but definitely in my life, when I was coming out of being a teenager, everything about myself that I knew was who my family told me I was. So if I listened to who my family told me I was, I would just be the people pleaser, the person that does anything you ask her to do, the yes man, all that. That's what my family knew me as. Or, the jokester, I'm not serious about anything. I laugh at everything, which I do. Some stuff are true, but I also feel like in my early 20s, I had to sit down and really think about who I am as a person and who I want to be in this world. If you take away anything from this video, get a journal. Get a journal. I created my own journal, but you don't have to get the journal. You don't have to buy the journal that I created. You can just go and buy a regular book and use it as a journal, and use this to write and document your life. Write things down so you can see where you're going, where you're coming from, and where you're going. If you keep everything all up here, it's not going to be organized. You're not going to be able to get anything done. The one thing that has impacted me the most in this life so far is writing things down. I keep all of my journals. I actually took my time to sit down, get to know myself, learn about myself. What do I like? What I don't like? How I want people to see me? How I want to show up for myself. This helped me to really get to know myself. I know myself better than anybody. I know what I'm gonna do before I even do it. I know the excuses that I'm gonna make before I even make the excuse, because I know myself. I go out to eat by myself all the time. I bring my journal, I sit down, I write, I talk to myself, because because I feel like the first step to thriving in this life, the first step to being who you are fully, completely in this world, the first step to having everything you want in this world and creating the life that you want is journaling and getting to know yourself. I created a journal called the Self-Discovery Journal, and that it has every question that I asked myself to get to this point. It has every question from my past, my present, and things about my future that I needed to know about myself. And I created that because I feel like a lot of people don't know themselves. A lot of people don't, and I actually struggled with that. It's no shame if you don't. But you do have to take the time to get to know yourself. And I feel like the person who I was in the past, I will allow people to tell me who I am. Now, I understand that it's some stuff that you may not know, that you may be blind to. But no, now I'm not allowing anybody to tell me who I am, because I know who I am. Anyway, what was I going to say? This is all the things I wish I knew in my early 20s that would have set me up. There's a whole lot more, but I didn't want to make this video too long. So thank you for watching this video. I pray that you took something away from this video, that you learned something, because I only put really important things in this video. I'm not gonna lie. I only put really important things that I genuinely believe would have helped me to get further in this video. Oh, my throat is so dry. I wanted to make it quick. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I wish I knew. And at the same time, it's like, it's never too late to learn things. I'm still in my 20s. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm flourishing, I'm building things. And yeah, I think you just have to create a life that you love. Go after the things that you want to go after. Do not limit yourself to anything. Do not limit your beliefs to what other people's beliefs are. Create your own, do your own thing, grow. You can take advice, but take it with a grain of salt. Still bring it back to you. Spend time with yourself. All of these things are important in building the life that you want. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Bye, girl.